What happened in the United States of America on April 4th, 2025? Alright guys, you know what time it is, it's tariff time. Today, China announced that starting April 10th, they're slapping 34% tariffs on all US imports. It's their direct response to what President Trump did earlier this week, where he announced 34% tariffs on every single Chinese product coming into the US. That's on top of the two earlier rounds of 10% tariffs he already dropped since returning to office in January. In response, Trump said China played it wrong, they panicked, the one thing they cannot afford to do, on Truth Social. Obviously the markets didn't take it well. When asked about the state of the markets, Secretary of State Marco Rubio didn't sugarcoat anything. He admitted the markets are crashing after Trump's latest round of sweeping tariffs, but he's trying to spin it as a necessary shock to the system. Businesses around the world, including in trade and global trade, they just need to know what the rules are. Once they know what the rules are, they will adjust to those rules, he said. Markets are crashing because markets are based on the stock value of companies who today are embedded in modes of production that are bad for the United States. I mean, this just can't continue. We can't continue to be a country that doesn't make things. He also took a jab at China, saying, they don't consume anything. All they do is export and flood and distort markets, in addition to all the tariffs and barriers they put in place. Rubio also spoke about a few more points, relating to immigration and world aid. If you're not coming to the United States to join a Hamas protest, or to come here and tell us about how right Hamas is, or stir up conflict on our campuses and create riots in our streets and vandalize our universities, then you have nothing to worry about, he said. He also said that we're not the government of the world, we'll provide humanitarian assistance just like everybody else does, and we will do it the best we can, but we also have other needs we need to balance that against, in response to critics on how little US is helping with the Myanmar earthquake. Some countries are showing a little more leeway in response to Trump's tariffs, however, for example, Cambodia. Today, Cambodia announced it's slashing tariffs on US goods just days after Trump hit them with a 49% reciprocal tariff on all Cambodian imports. Commerce Minister Chom Nimel said tariffs on 19 product categories, including motorcycles, cars, and key agricultural items, will drop from a max 35% to just 5% in an effort to promote US exports. Trump is using tariffs as a negotiation tactic, and its countries are already abiding to his game. Shifting gears, in addition to tariffs, there were also some economy updates that came out today. March brought in a surprisingly strong 228,000 new jobs, way above expectations. Despite the strong hiring, the unemployment rate rose to 4.2% from 4.1%, actually right in line with what economists expected. Federal jobs are also bleeding, 11,000 jobs lost in February, another 1,000 gone in March. Federal Chair Jerome Powell also spoke today, admitting that the scope of President Trump's tariffs caught the central bank off guard. It is now becoming clear that the tariff increases will be significantly larger than expected, Powell said in opening remarks at the event. The same is likely to be true of the economic effects, which will include higher inflation and slower growth. The size and duration of these effects remain uncertain. So yeah, the Fed is concerned, but they're not doing anything just yet, as they're still accessing the impact of tariffs on the world stage. After Powell's speech, the markets took a dive for the worst. The Dow plummeted by 2,100 points, basically the same amount it dropped in the COVID crash. The S&P 500 dropped 5.9%, and the Nasdaq fell 5.8%, heading into bear market territory, down more than 20% from its peak last December. So yeah guys, in summary, a lot of uncertainty, don't believe what anyone says, cause nobody knows what's gonna happen for sure. So that's the news, let's discuss.